For example, I could kiss you.
You're just a long-haired hippie. Yep.
I've been following the No Dig Garden for the year that I've started, or the 14 months now that I've started this gardens up, and I've done a couple of videos exactly, you know, on how I've done it and that. That's away. That's. I think it's full there. I think it's full.
You were a big lie.
Yeah. Did you enjoy that?
I did.
And what was happening was that I put it down on a large amount of you know, wood chip, and a lot of work, you know, but I'm just gonna have to put up with it for a while. But what's happened is I've run into a problem with putting the gardens together in so much of their productivity. Now, part of it is my fault, you know, is that, and what I'll say is that, look, No Dig is good, I'm continuing with it, but I've had to pick up a fork and start digging, you know, and that sounds strange with a No Dig garden, but I'll just explain. Is that what I've been doing is that I've been using a particular animal manure from a place, and when I've been mixing my compost, I've found that I've actually made the soil really like almost acidic because of too much sawdust compound. And even though it's been composted out for 6 to 8 months, you know, I've shown you some things in here of how you know, what's been used in the compost and how it's growing, and what I really need to do. Okay, so it's composting time again. Well, it's always composting time around here, but what I do is that you know, each and every week I get a load of, or most weeks I get a load of manure from a shipping yard, you know, and then I keep it in these bins to age, you know, like this one has been here for, you know, say a month, you know, or maybe 3 weeks, you know, and I'll start getting used back into the composts, you know, and same with this one, it'll sit here for another you know, another month or so, and by the time, you know, this one's finished, that one's going. But at the moment in the compost, I've got this is one of the finished bins at the moment, you know. I'm just sort of about finished with this one as setting it up, you know. I've just had a garden rotation, so I've timed it. I try and time it so that all my rotations, you know, like once a garden's finished and I'm pulling it all out, you know, I'm loading up a bed, you know, so I mean, I'm loading up a bin. So, you know, it sort of works with all the pruning and stuff around. Most of the garden rubbish, greens, gets put into the compost, so it works pretty well, you know, because I have in here for my composting, I've got the wood ash, and as you would have seen on this other side here, I've got a bay for sawdust for browns, and also the cow manure as well. As you see, as I am turning the compost here, this is a bed, so, you know, I'll go from here, then into this one, and then over here, and this one, by this one's here, I'll be starting this one, you know, and by the time this one's finished, that one goes into there. So it's just a rotation, you know. I've got one more bin I want to put up here to finish it off, but I've got a total of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bins at the moment, so and that works well for my size gardens, you know. I'm finding it still keeping up, you know. What I've decided to do is just have to, because underneath this is really beautiful black down soil, you know, And so what I've actually had to do is just to put a fork depth in and just loosen it off and just to turn it over. And what I'm hoping to do is to turn over the acidic soil I've got in here, because I don't have enough compost on at the moment to remediate all these beds. So it'll be another 8 months before I have enough to go through, you know, on the cycle of the compost cycle to try and get these beds to be productive. So what I've done is try to bring up all that beautiful black down soil, which is now really nice, I mean really moist, you know, because what was happening is that because of the sawdust content in my compost, what I was doing was drying out really quickly, and I was putting a lot of water down. Because I haven't dug, and this area has now, because it had cars on it before, etc., and walk traffic, because of the type of black soil is here, it's a pan. So it was collecting water underneath and getting soggy, but there was no water on top, you know. So all these elements have added to a really awkward position for me as a gardener and a no-dig gardener, you know. So I totally get on board with all the no-dig theories and premises, and I'm still using it, okay? But at the moment, what I've had to do is to remediate the garden doing this way, just because I just don't have enough time, or I can't just buy in good organic soil. So anyway, it's my way of remediating my problem. Do I think no dig is great? Yes, I do. Am I going to keep going with no dig when the composting? Yes, I am, okay? But what I just like to stress is that, you know, never get fixated on something. If it's not working, well then change it, you know, like you have to do something. There's no point hanging on to a dogmatic way of things if things aren't working.
And this is why I'm doing this, because you see all these in here, like, you know, this type of size here, you know, like it's crazy. Like these here should be as big as these ones here. Starting to lay out now the next layer of gardening for the winter garden. Okay, this one well, the sun shifts around more to this side, so this is the good winter garden we're starting. So again, what it is in here with the no dig, you know, say, look, you know, I put the cardboard down, they're good compost and manure on top, and just leave it sit, and away you go. Excellent.
Those efforts, what I'll do is hopefully get my garden back in production, and I'll just go back to being yeah, the no dig format, where I've got the compost worked out. We've got manure from a different animal source now, less, because I was getting it off the back of our you know, animal trucks. You know, they were off to slaughterhouse and they had a lot of sawdust and stuff, and honestly they're full of fear, you know, so I'm glad to change that, you know. So anyway, that was a quick update, you know, on just what's going on in the no dig garden. So keep it up. Talk to you soon.
Why do you waste your time thinking about your reputation? Trying to meet an expectation, wondering what they're gonna say, when everyone you've ever known is headed for a headstone. I don't wanna give the end away, but we're gonna die one day.